today's video will just be a video on sort of mental health awareness. If you like my content, just hit the like button and the subscribe button. And as usual, if you've got any sort of new content ideas that you think that I should do, just pop it down in the comments below. So yeah, let's get on into the video. So this is a topic that I have wanted to touch on for a while. I know that you guys do, some of you do follow my TikTok as well. Most of my TikTok does focus on mental health awareness and sort of promoting my YouTube channel, but most of it is mental health awareness and advice. So I just wanted to start off by letting everyone know that I do myself suffer from mental illness. So I have been diagnosed with anxiety and depression, and this platform and TikTok are going to be my main ways of sort of helping other people that do have mental illness as well. It's taken me years to be able to confront my mental illness and what I'm going through, and it's been years for me to sort of control it. I'm not fully in control of it yet, but I'm getting there. I'm a lot better than what I used to be. So what I've learned along the way, I want to sort of expand and advise other people as well, because I understand that it is hard sometimes to talk to other people. I know it's hard to express your feelings of what thoughts are going through your head. It is hard, and you feel like you can't talk to your parents, you can't talk to your family. I completely understand that, because sometimes you think, well, they're not going to react very well to my thoughts and my feelings, or I don't want to upset them. You don't know how they're going to react. And sometimes you think that you're not surrounded by the right friends that would support you as well. And I completely understand that. I have been there, and it has taken me years to find friends that will support me. And it's only within the last couple of years that I've actually found friends that will support me through my mental illness. And there has been times where I've not been able to cope, and I've had sort of a panic attack, or I can't ground myself to the here and now. I don't know if anyone else has ever experienced that, but I've had a few times where I've just not been able to bring myself to reality, and then it stems into a panic attack. I've been on the phone to my friend, messaging them, calling them, trying to get advice, and as I said, it's not until recently that I have found those friends that will support me with that. And I think that's how I've sort of come to accept my mental illness, and how I've sort of come to sort of, I'm trying to find words, come to realization that I do control my mind. My mind doesn't control me. I am in control of my body. I can control this illness. So the first thing that I want to cover will be panic attacks. My panic attacks are probably not as bad as what other people have had previously. I mean, I haven't had any recently. I think the most recent one that I had was probably that one that I posted on TikTok. I know obviously in the video it didn't seem like I was having a panic attack. That's because I didn't want to post sort of the initial panicking, because obviously, as people will know, you start to sort of hyperventilate. So that part I couldn't really post because I was hyperventilating. Yeah, people who have me on TikTok, I did post recently about going to Tesco in shorts. That's not a big deal for some people, but when you have had past trauma that is linked with that, you find a link with it, you then, it kind of then triggers things. So yeah, I mean, it isn't my worst panic attack. I have had worse ones, but I'm now learning to control them. Obviously I do understand that there are other people out there that do have worse ones, and that is why I want to put together some mental health advice videos for people that are suffering, that need that sort of guidance to help them get through it. Because I self-referred myself after years and years of people telling me that I needed to self-refer myself. I finally did it, and it has worked wonders. This is where I have mainly got all of my advice from. I have got some of it from sort of friends and social media as well, but a lot of it does stem from my therapy, because I do recommend it to anyone that you feel you have mental illness, or you are struggling, you have panic attacks, anything like that. I do recommend it. It is hard to self-refer yourself. As I said, it took me years. It took years for me to realise that yes, I do need help, and I do need to self-refer myself. So, and as we established, the panic attacks, they were linked with my anxiety and my depression. For some people it can just be anxiety, because I know when you're in an anxious situation, it just spirals. Me personally, they discovered that my anxiety was linked to depression. So all of my anxiety stems from my depression. So that was kind of what the therapist sort of wanted to start with and start to help me with. Yeah, as I said, I mean, some people don't have depression as well. Some panic attacks can be just purely based off of anxiety, but all of this advice, it will help with anxiety and panic attacks. So the first thing when you initially have the panic attack, I know it's a common thing to say and to advise, it's your breathing. So it will be hard at the time, sort of when you're hyperventilating, but you need to control it to sort of progress into the further steps to getting rid of the panic attack. So the first thing that I would usually do, I have posted it on my TikTok previously. So when you're sat there having your panic attack, or stood there in the shop or whatever, having your panic attack, the thing that helps me is visualizing words. So obviously people will tell you deep breath in, hold, out, hold, in, hold, out, hold, and repeat. But what I tend to do is visualize words. So they can be in any font you want, any colour you want. But what I do is I visualize words in the air. So as you breathe in, you suck in the calm. So in, calm. Hold in the calm. Out, negativity. So you could use any terms on the way out. So you could use negativity, depression, anxiety, whatever it is that you think is fitting for your situation. What I usually do is in calm, hold, out anxiety. So that's what I would usually do. So I do suffer with sort of, I don't have panic attacks on the regular, as I said, but I do use this technique for my anxiety because I do have it quite bad. Like before I post my videos, I have to do my breathing because it helps with my anxiety. So that would be the first thing that I would suggest. You just need to control your breathing. Once you've got a control of your breathing, you can then start to come back to reality. And then what I would suggest doing, I know it may be hard if you're sort of out and about, it's make notes. So if you're out and about, what I would suggest, just get like a little pocket notebook and a little tiny pencil. You know, you can get them from like Poundland or something like that. You can get a little tiny notebook with a pen or a pencil. Just carry that around in your handbag or your backpack, whatever, or even if you can carry it in your pocket, or use your phone. Use your phone, notes, and what I do is, this is a very good technique. This is something that my therapist recommended to me. So usually panic attacks will stem from obviously anxiety or depression. Usually with anxiety, it is linked to thoughts. So you will have thoughts running through your brain. Oh my God, I'm not good enough. Oh my God, I look a mess. Something like that. That's usually what's going through my mind. So they're usually linked with thoughts. What you need to do is you need to get this notebook, this piece of paper, whatever, or your phone, write down everything that's in your mind. Write it down on your phone, on your notebook, anything. Just write it down. Imagine that when you're typing this or when you're writing it down, it is being extracted from your mind. For people that watch Harry Potter, yeah, you know when Dumbledore extracts his memories, yeah, it's like that, yeah. So when you're writing or when you're typing, it is being extracted from your mind. It's no longer there, okay? Once you have done that, you will feel the weight sort of lift from your shoulders, okay? Once we have done this, again, we're going to do some breathing. Sorry guys, I just realised while I was editing, when I mentioned about the making notes in your notes on your phone or in like a little notebook, what I would suggest doing is when you get home or whenever you want to, whenever you're ready to deal with those thoughts, just read through them. What I usually do is I will read through them and look at them and think, is that real? Is that true? Most of the time it's not. It's something we're making up in our mind. So you look at it, say mine for example, you look disgusting. So where are the facts to prove this? What evidence do we have? You're saying you look disgusting. Well, where's that come from? What you have no evidence. This isn't true. So whenever you're ready, just go through them. I mean, if you need to, write them down on a piece of paper. So if you've written them down in your notes on your phone, if you need to, write them down on a piece of paper when you get home and burn it. Safely, obviously. Safely. write it down on a piece of paper and burn it. And just imagine those thoughts drifting away. I mean, I've got a fire pit out in the garden. So what I did was I wrote mine down and I burnt it in the fire pit. But yeah, I hope this helps. Bye. So what I would suggest doing is just basic breathing, like meditation. So in, hold, out, hold, in, hold, out, hold, and just rotate that until you can feel yourself calming down. I know this technique is not going to work for everyone. I know it's not going to help everyone, but this is personally what I find helps me. I hope that it does help other people as well. So, as I said, it is going to be hard when you're out and about. I understand it's hard when you're out and about and you're shopping and everything like that. But I do have a couple other recommendations. So when you're doing your last lot of breathing, as I said, it may be hard when you're out and about this one. If you've got headphones with you or if you've got earphones, what I would suggest, there are two things. Guided meditation really helps me with my anxiety and my depression. You don't have to do the whole session. You can just do it until you have calmed down. So one app that I recommend is Headspace. So they have got a few free sessions on there that you can go through, but you do have to subscribe to some of them. If you're not willing to pay or to subscribe, that is fine. You can just use the free ones. I think if you've got Apple Music as well, I think you can get some on there and on the podcasts as well. I'm not sure about Android. I'm sorry, I'm an Apple user. And another one would be YouTube. So all you need to do is just type in guided meditation on YouTube, and there are so many for different things. So you've got for stress, for anxiety, for depression, for panic attacks, for positivity. So there's so many that are available out there. Even if you type in guided meditation for anxiety, there are so many different videos, different sessions out there available. As I said, it is going to be hard if you're out and about. If you have headphones, that's fine. It will help you to come to the here and now, and to get yourself out of that panic state. I do like to regularly practice meditation, and I think this does actually help with my stress levels and my anxiety as well. So I would highly recommend doing the guided meditation. I know it doesn't work for everyone, and that's completely fine. Even if it's just a minute out of your day, just do some deep breathing. You doesn't have to do anything special like the guided meditation, because as I said, it doesn't work for everybody, and I do understand that. But for me, myself, it takes me to my happy place. So when I sit there and I focus on my breathing and do my guided meditation or just a normal meditation session, I've got a little... My friend got me this for Christmas one year. It's a little meditation book. And it says in here, meditation doesn't have to be a long session. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be 15 minutes. It can just be a minute out of your day where you focus on your breathing. That is as simple as that. No, you're not going to be away with the fairies. You're not going to be in your happy place if you do it for just a minute. But you can focus on bringing yourself to this reality, to the here and now, grounding yourself. And that is what we need sometimes. That is genuinely what we need when we are in that state of panic or when we are in that state of anxiety. So yeah, as I said, meditation, it works for me. I am trying to get back into yoga because I do think that yoga is a very helpful thing as well for anxiety and depression. I personally, I love it. It's an hour to, it can vary, half an hour to an hour 30, just where you can sit, you can, oh I'm sorry, there's a butterfly out my window, that's cute. And at half an hour to an hour 30 out of your day, to just relaxing, stretching, opening up your joints. One of the things that my yoga instructor has once told me is you hold all of your emotions in your hips. So when you do yoga, when you practice yoga, it is releasing those emotions. It is releasing all the built up emotion that you have in your hips. It sounds weird, I know, you would have thought that your emotions are stored in your brain, but a lot of your emotions are also stored in your hips. So it is a good practice to get into yoga. What I would suggest though, if you are going to go for the yoga, start with beginner's yoga because you don't want to overdo it. I've done it before where I have been in a class and I've tried to stretch too far and I've ended up hurting myself. Do not push yourself. And they will tell you that if you want to do just the YouTube ones. They will tell you that in the beginning of the video and throughout the video. Do not push yourself too far. You will end up hurting yourself. I am going to hopefully, once I get back into it a bit more, I'm going to post some yoga videos with some meditation. But yeah, that's the advice that I just wanted to put out there for today. I am going to end this video here. So I hope that these techniques sort of help you in your day-to-day life. Again, if you like my content, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you've got any sort of recommendations on any new content that you think that I should do, please don't hesitate to put it down in the comments. I'm always here to help as well. I'm always here if you need any support. Just reach out to me on my Instagram or my TikTok, or obviously on here. Okay, so that's it for the video. Bye!